Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. As promised, Mr. Paul is taking you from the Kosonaga crossroads. So this is the main road from Paphos to Peyia, and we are heading to Peyia. So sit back and relax and enjoy the drive on a truly spectacality of a morning indeed. If you're curious to know what the temperature is, it is precisely 8:05 and it is 28 degrees. They are predicting a high today of 34 degrees and humidity of around about 75%. So the temperature's about perfect. The humidity is a little bit too high, and that's what makes us feel that little bit uncomfortable, and of course makes us all walk around perspiring and saying, oh, it's hot, it's hot. Yeah, it is hot, but it's not the heat that's affecting us, it's actually the humidity. That's the CU Beach Bar, by the way. And that always reminds me of a gentleman, and his name is Sir Daniel. And he's got a girl in his life who's always right. And he always listens to her. Otherwise, he'll be sleeping out in the street. Big shout out and a big Kalimera to Sir Daniel and, of course, Lady Sherry. On that note, a big shout out to some of the other guys that like to come back to the channel now and again. If your name is Sir Brian of the Two Yarrises, a very Kalimera to you. And hopefully you'll be coming back to Paphos very soon, and hopefully we perhaps can sit in the coffee shop in the Neon Mall and have a cup of tea and have a chat and put the world to right. You never know. On the left hand side is the peninsula of Coral Bay, and on the right hand side, or what you're looking at right in front of you, is the hillside of Peyia, scattered with villas and apartments. More expats live in Peyia than anywhere else in Cyprus. Population of Peyia, so they say, is around about 8,000, and of those, more than half are foreign nationals. Not all British. There are Germans, there are Russians, there are Swiss, there are all sorts of mix and hot pot of nationalities, and they all get on very well indeed, and they all have a great time in all the local bars and all the local restaurants. But now and again they vie for a place on the Coral Bay Beach or the Coralli Beach, because the beaches are great, but they're not that big. So when you come down to downtown Peyia, Coral Bay, make sure you act like I was going to say German, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, and rush down very early indeed and get your sun loungers and your umbrellas. Otherwise, you'll be very disappointed indeed. And if you're curious to know how much a sunbrella is, a sunbrella, there's that word again. I think it should become a terminology in the English language. Anyway, an umbrella is $2.50 and each sunbed is $2.50 as well. So if there's a couple of you, it's going to cost you $7.50, and of course you can lounge on either of those beaches all day long until your heart is content, looking at the views and lapping up the sunshine as you look out into the blue Mediterranean Sea. There's a big sign on the right in green on white saying welcome to Peyia municipality. So that's where we are. If you were to take a left just up yonder at the roundabout, you would go down the Coral Bay Strip. If you take a right just before here, you would go up into Midtown Peyia and Upper Town Peyia, or Peyia Village as it's called by the locals. So let's keep going straight, because we're heading to the extremities of Peyia in this little episode. And that's the Coral Bay Strip. If you want to go down it and have a quick look, obviously there's quite a few videos on the little channel known as Marika and me about the Coral Bay Strip. If you want to see me driving it, go and hunt it down in the YouTube search bar. This is a big undulation, so we'll slow right down for it, because it makes all cars shudder like crazy. I dread to think, if my name was Lord Marcus and I was in a Tesla, what would happen if I hit that undulation. I think the car would probably just fall to pieces. But never mind, it would then be much easier to ship, wouldn't it, back to the man known as Elon Musk, who would probably say some mumbo jumbo and never mind. Anyway, you'd probably end up buying a Range Rover or something like that, even less reliable than a Tesla. No, I'm only joking. Well, no, not really. But there we go. If you're curious to know about the Jaguar is still off the road, because obviously Jaguar and Land Rover are the same brand, and they are renowned for being very unreliable. And because I'm a stupid person, I bought one. But there we go. My pocket is feeling the pain. Don't worry about it. Very soon indeed, Purdy, the Black Beauty, will be back on the roads of Cyprus. And hopefully that'll make me feel better, but obviously it will stop the camera vibrating quite so much, and of course there won't be quite so much road noise, because it is a very insulating car to drive around in. On that note, If you like what you see, smash the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my travels in and around Paphos. Now and again we venture further afield, as you may have noticed, but most of the time we're in Paphos, so if there's somewhere that you'd like us to go, drop it in the comments and you never know. That little video may be coming very, very soon, especially for you. So this is the main road now from Lower Peyia, Coral Bay, that takes you out towards the Sea Caves area, and eventually it will take you to the St. George area. And if you want to keep going, if you're feeling brave, you can go off-road and head out into the Camus area. And if you're really, really brave, you can keep on going and, well, destroy your vehicle, but you can come out on the other side in Latchi. Yes, you can. How do I know that? Because I've done it in a Mercedes E-Class. Yeah, there you go. I told you that I was stupid. So, when you're driving around, especially on these kind of roads, see, they look very tempting, don't they? You think, ooh, nice clean road, and I can just put my foot down and shave a minute off my commute time or my time to the beach. Don't do it, because there are little traffic vans parked up here, there and everywhere, and also the boys and girls in blue, especially in the mornings when it's down a little bit cooler, like to be standing around waiting, especially for you. And then you end up with infringement on your credit card, so you wouldn't want that, would you? No. The best thing to do is go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform by either using the link on our About page or Googling these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page, and of course then you can choose to read a little bit more about us, and of course then a comment or two, and then hopefully you will feel motivated to gift us a virtual coffee or two to pop a little bit of benzene into the tank to keep us driving around, especially for you. On that note, there's more good news on the channel. There's two brand new channels launched. One is Cars and Me, and of course the other one is Marika and You. If you want to find them, the easiest way at the moment is to use our About page and click through to the more information on the Marika and Me channel, and you will see the two links, Cars and Me and Marika and You. And we would like you very, very much to perhaps go and have a gander, watch an episode or two. If you would do us the courtesy to hit that like and perhaps to subscribe to the channels, it would be very, very much appreciated. And we would thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. So that was the last roundabout there, brand new roundabout if you've not noticed, by the way. Perhaps if your name's Sir David Potter and you missed an episode 2, that is a brand new roundabout there that takes you into the back end of Peyia, and this is the road that takes you to Sea Caves. And technically-ish now on the left-hand side, it is Sea Caves. And if you want to see a video of that, well, go and watch me as I walk around on some rocks and do my very best not to fall in. I didn't, because I'm here living another day. And like I say, this is a fast road, as you can see, so be aware of oncoming traffic doing silly things, and have eyes in the back of your head as well. And remember, the boys, the girls in blue, they are always, always waiting for you when you don't think they are, isn't it? As you come down that next bend or two. And also there's traffic camera vans as well. And this is a highly predominant expat area, so they like to fleece them more than anybody else. So always bear that in mind when you're driving around. So here's a man going out on his morning ride, see, keeping himself fit in and around Peyia on the island of love, which of course is Cyprus. Pedaling like crazy, see? Might add that into the spiel of that sky is blue, that sea is blue, Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue, all that's missing is you. Why not get yourself on a big bird or a canoe or a pedal bike and start paddling or pedaling like crazy, because Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, oh yeah, we're waiting, especially for you. So, downtown Sea Caves, that's where we are. And if you want to know where the zoo is, by the way, you see there's a sign there on the left hand side saying Paphos Zoo, 1 kilometre. So in about half a mile or so, if you take a right, you can wiggle and you can waggle and go to the Paphos Zoo. And it's quite a good zoo, so we're told, by the way. And there's a bus transfer from the Paphos Harbour area. So, and of course it picks up along the way as well. I think the tickets are around about €39, somewhere around there for a family of 4. But again, go and check it out on the Tinternet, Google Paphos Zoo, and I'm pretty sure all the prices and all the special offers will be there, especially for you to work your way through. And they've got a chicken show. Well, they've got a bird show, so I was told. And in the bird show, there is a chicken that does tricks. And that's intrigued me. So one of these days, I'm going to go to that zoo and have a word with this chicken. And you never know, we might get him on camera, especially for you. There's the sign. You see, it still says it's a kilometre just up that way. So anyway, it's not far, half a mile or so up there. And it's quite a well-run zoo and quite well organised and open pretty much all year round. Although I think it closes in January for maintenance and all those kind of things. So technically now we've entered the St. George area. So technically where you have roads, this is as far as you can go in the area of Peyia. But like I say, you can go off-roading into the Akamas, and if you so much as dare, you can keep on going all the way to the Polis and Lachi area. But if I was you, I would drive very, very slowly and very, very carefully indeed. Otherwise, you'll find yourself stuck in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Shall we keep on going for the Cap St. George Harbour? Do you fancy that? Yeah, I think you do. So let's keep on going that a little bit further, and we'll finish quite simply with a view that is to die for, I promise you that. I think now you're getting the idea above all these treetops and rooftops, there's an awful lot of blueness going on just over yonder. So don't click off just yet, stick with Mr. Paul as he takes you on a little adventure down to the St. George Harbour, and of course you are going to get a view that is quite simply breathtaking. And of course if you want to watch us go for dinner up in that little area, you can go and Google the St. George Fish Taverna, and that's where I had the great honour and the pleasure to be wined and dined, well, coked and dined, by the two barons from downtown in South Wales. Of course, that's Baron Jeremy and, of course, Baron Simon. I thank them very, very much, and I wish them a fabulous, fabulous day indeed, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys when you come back on a big bird or a canoe or perhaps a pedal bike in November, on in fact November the 16th. Although if you're coming on a canoe or a pedal bike, I'd start a little bit earlier if I was you. And remember, it's a bit wet, so make sure you've got a cagoule. Anyway, there we go. That was the TLC school on the left-hand side. If you've got some littlies and you want to get them educated in this area, not a bad school at all, by the way. Got a very, very good reputation. So here we are. This is the entrance to the St. George Harbour. That's the Fish Taverna that I was telling you about, and I think you understand that the view out of its rear end is quite simply to die for. It is indeed. And the food, absolutely fantastic, by the way. Greatest Septalia, that's like meaty porky sausages basically, with chips and salad, was absolutely delightful. That's the St. George Island, sitting out in the middle of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Lots of little boats and, well, slightly bigger boats as well parked up. And lots of people come down here on the weekend with their parasailing equipment and their jet skis and their canoes and all those kind of things. And they have a fabulous, fabulous time. So this is St. George Harbour in St. George Peyia on the island of love, Cyprus. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, smash the like, smash that subscribe, and please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my travels in and around downtown Paphos. Thanks for watching. Look at that. Doesn't get much better, does it? No. Breathtaking. Let's get this big boy lit up again. Slurp on a nice hot latte, looking into the blue Mediterranean Sea. Doesn't get much better than that. Life is good.